Hi friends, it's Leanna George with By George Organizing, and we are wrapping up our 12 days of Christmas prep. I cannot believe we've made it through the 12 days of Christmas, and we have hopefully gotten you prepared for the upcoming holiday season. I am so excited about today's prep stuff because it has to do with traveling. And I love to travel, learned a lot as I've traveled around. And so I'm excited to share 5 tips with you today that I hope if you are traveling will make your traveling a little bit smoother. So we are going to talk about heading out the door, whether you're flying or whether you're driving. And before I start, I want to just give you a quote that I found as I was doing Christmas research that I absolutely love. And it says, "All roads at Christmas lead home." And so I think that's just beautiful. I love having my family come home for the holidays. And so, but I know it's not always easy to get there. So let's give you some tips and some organizing ideas that will make it a little bit easier for you to get home for Christmas. So the first thing I want to encourage you to think about doing as you're packing up to head out is to travel light. And that means don't pack your entire wardrobe closet to get to where you're going. Yeah, you don't need all of those clothes. And I know it's hard because sometimes when we go to really cold destinations, we've got bulky sweaters and, scarves and hats and all sorts of fun stuff we want to take with us. But, you really don't need all that. I would just encourage you to pare it down to the minimum essentials that you really, really need, and think about the ability to wash or, reuse some of your clothes later on down the line of your vacation, because that will really help. And also, if you pack light, then you can save money, especially at the airline counters, because you won't have to pay for so much baggage unless you're flying with Southwest, which they fly Southwest bags for free. So that's also a benefit. But anyway, it really does help to cut down, or you don't have to pay extra fees for overweight bags. So we want to travel light. The second thing you're going to want to do is keep in mind is to evaluate your storage space. Now, when we either load up the car or we load up our suitcases to head out, we stuff them to the max, right? We've got the gifts we want to take for people. We've got all the goodies in the car. We've got all the clothes we're going to wear. Hopefully we're going to minimize now, but anyway, you know what I mean. And then we kind of forget about coming back and all the stuff we're going to be bringing back with us. And then we're kind of stuck. So evaluate your storage space when you're traveling and make sure you've got enough space when you're going to be able to get back. And if you're traveling, I always stick an empty duffel bag inside my suitcase so that I can, if I pick up some souvenirs or something, so it'd be great at Christmas time to take an extra duffel bag or two, slip them in, and then you have some bags to carry your goodies back home. All right, third tip I want to give you, do a double check. Verify your routes that you're driving. Verify your airline tickets. Verify your flight information, your hotel information, because you do not want to be wrong about any of that kind of stuff. If there's a road closure, you want to know way ahead of time so you can make plans to reroute. If your flight has been delayed or it's been canceled, you need to know that so you don't have the stress of trying to figure things out last minute, especially with hotel rooms if something was overlooked. So you just want to do a double check. And I would also encourage you to download whichever hotel, airline, service road provider you use, download their app to make it really easy to keep up to date with the information about your travel arrangements. Okay, number 4, plan your travel entertainment. If you have kids, this is so important. But do not wait till you get on the road to try to download a movie for them to watch or a game for them to play. Go ahead and get that now, because you will be a very long trip if you don't have any way to keep the kids entertained. So go through and download movies, download games. Make sure you've got travel games with you. It's a pack of cards if you get stuck in the airport. My husband and I were just on a trip and we got stuck at the airport, and I was going to pay a lot of money just for a pack of cards to pass the time because it was just torturous. I'd read all my books, done all that kind of stuff, and we were just totally bored. So really want to encourage you to have all of your entertainment your devices, your games, your books, whatever it is that keeps the time to go by quickly for you guys, make sure you have all that ready to go. Now, if you're also traveling with kids, I want to recommend maybe buying just a few new books or videos or something that is new to them without making it feel like you're giving them stuff in advance, but something that's going to be new, that's going to keep them occupied because it's new. Sometimes when you take things that the kids are already used to, they're bored with it after the 5 minutes and they're like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Or if you give them something new they haven't seen before, odds are their attention span will stretch a little bit further before the are we there yet starts in the car. So anyway, you want to try to remember that. And then finally, be prepared for emergencies. If it's going to go bad, it possibly will. And so we want to be prepared. So if you're traveling by air, you might want to consider maybe throwing an extra pair of clothes or some toiletries into a carry-on bag, just in case your luggage doesn't make it to your final destination, which can happen. Trust me, and you probably know this too. So, you want to have a few little emergencies prepared for that. Also, you want to, if you're driving, keep an emergency car kit there for you as well, that especially if you're going into colder environments, that you have maybe some blankets and some water, some jumper cables, flashlights, those kind of things, first aid kits that you have in case you do have some type of accident on the road, that you are prepared until you can get service to come and help you. So those are my tips. My final one, I know I said 5, but I'm going to give you one more because it just popped in my head. Plan ahead as much as possible. I know, especially at Christmas, that we get so consumed with all the things that we have to do at home, all the things we have to do, gift shopping, and traveling is something we don't think about till the very last minute. But I want to encourage you, try to plan ahead as much as possible so that as you go home with a happy heart, excited and ready for the holidays, rather than frazzled and stressed out and overwhelmed because it just was one more thing you had to add onto your plate at the last minute. So that wraps up our travel tips for you. If you are heading out and heading wherever you may be, I pray very safe travels for you. But remember, here are those tips. Travel light, evaluate your coming back in storage so you have space for all the goodies that you're going to hopefully bring home. Double check all your travel arrangements, your travel routes, so that you are ready for any kind of last minute delays or reroutes. Plan your travel entertainment ahead of time so you do not get stuck without the proper things to keep you and your family entertained for the long haul. Be prepared for emergencies. Make sure you have something in case your luggage gets lost or your car gets stuck on the side of the road. And finally, plan ahead as much as you can. All right, that wraps up day 12 of the 12 days of Christmas. We have come to the end of this video series, and I just want to say thank you for taking the time to watch. I really hope and pray that these tips and Christmas prep ideas that I have shared with you for the last 12 days have been helpful. We have covered so many things. We hopefully have covered all the basics to help you get through the holiday season. We've gone through priorities and planning, Christmas shopping, both for gifts and for meals. We've talked about gift wrapping. We've talked about holiday decorations and the Christmas cards you send out. We've tried to make sure that your home is ready, both in the kitchen and as you make room for the new things. We've talked about getting ready for guests, and we've talked about getting ready to go out to see family and friends. So I hope that it's been a big help. If you have more questions about something specific that I could help you with, please don't hesitate to contact me. You can leave a comment on my Facebook business page or visit my website at By George Organizing. I hope to do more videos in the future. I think I'm going to do one in the next few weeks about your plan for organizing in 2017, so I hope you'll consider joining me then. But I just wish you the very merriest of Christmases and a happy new year, safe travels, and Godspeed to you and your families this holiday season. And I really appreciate you joining me for this 12 days of Christmas prep. Take care. Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next time. Bye.